I was asked to talk about two things. One was our decision to make a bequest to Northwestern, and two was to introduce the president and share some thoughts about Morty. And I'll try to do that in a timely way. First of all, with respect to our decision, this may disappoint a bit, but I'm not sure there was ever a decision per se. It was just always a given for us that Northwestern was part of our plans for philanthropy and for giving. And we never sat around and said, gosh, when we make out a will Northwestern be in it or not? It was always implicit that Northwestern was part of our plans. And so I thought, well, okay, if there was no decision, why is it that there wasn't a decision for us? Why has this been a given, if you will, from day one of leaving the university and starting to think about estate planning? And I think three things struck me. First one was the fact that Sherry and I met each other, fell in love with the university, started our romance at the university, and when you've got that kind of connection to the institution, it gives it a bit of an edge in terms of a call on your financial resources. Second is our careers. Northwestern was a wonderful launching pad for both of us for our careers, and the success that we have attained has been beyond anything we would have dreamed of. Me growing up in the inner city in Cleveland, and Sherry growing up in rural North Dakota, and so we feel indebted to the university for how it helped us professionally. But I think the third thing is the way that Northwestern has changed the way or shaped the way that we look at the world and how we relate to the world. And as Camille mentioned, I'm a partner with Deloitte & Touche. We have people from all the top universities at our firm. I'm lucky to work with hundreds of people from our competitive universities. We have over 400 people from Northwestern alone, and so I can compare the Northwestern people and how they contrast to people from other top universities. And a couple things strike me about the Northwestern people that I work with and all of us here in this room together. The first thing is, I'll call it a breadth of vision about the world. That is an ability to see the good in people and to see the good in a wide variety of situations. And the ability to perceive beauty, if you will, in a variety of situations and in a variety of forms. I just find that Northwestern people have an ability to see into things and see the good in things that I think distinguishes us in a very positive way from other communities that I'm part of. It's a Renaissance quality, if you will. The second thing I would say is I think there is a humanism about the Northwestern community. There's something about spending the time here on campus and the culture that we have here and the faculty that we interact with that makes us care as people, makes us care about our fellow man and woman, that makes us care about making the world a better place. And I think it's also a distinguishing characteristic, and I think both of these characteristics, that breadth of vision and that humanism, are things that are worth preserving and are things that are worth amplifying in the future. And so we didn't think about it, but if we had thought about it, it would have been themes like that. I think they make the place unique and special. I'll comment that, the last thing I'll comment about our decision is that when we sat with some of the development staff who were supporting us, I said, well, we're going to make this provision in our state for Northwestern, and they said, that's wonderful. They said, what would you like to do with that, right? Is there a health issue that you would like to dedicate that to, or is there scholarships for students that you would like to fund as part of that? And we said, we actually haven't thought about it yet. Those are all great ideas, and they're all very inspiring, but we're not ready to commit yet. We will get around to that. Quite frankly, there's just too many other things that we deal with day to day now that we haven't put the thought into it yet. But we said, you know what? If we actually never get around to it, that'll be okay too, because we trust the institution to do the right thing with our funds. And so that makes us very popular with the development staff. Of course, probably part of the reason why I'm up here speaking today. I don't necessarily advocate all of you to do that, but I'll just tell you, as an expression of our faith in the institution, we sort of haven't gotten around to that, what do we want to do with it yet? And, truly, it's not a high priority for us right now because we trust the institution. So our thoughts about our personal decision.